What is going on, guys? We are here today with Josh Messiha, who just won the most recent online regionals. Congratulations, Josh. You've been putting in a lot of work. I know this is a long time coming for you. You've been talking about this win for a while. So congratulations, you finally got it. We're just gonna go over the GECKO deck profile really quick here. We're gonna go over his matchups, what was tough, what was easy, what he likes, what he doesn't like, the basics. So we can just go right into it, Josh, if you're ready here, starting with your leader.
Yep, thank you. So I played a pretty standard list, I'd say. So there's a leader. So you maxed out on all of the Builder Bark cards, so 4, 4, 4, and 4. These are probably just the best ones. Just all around good cards. I didn't play anything like the dog, the blocker. I just didn't really feel that I needed it. Obviously, the best card right now in the game, in my opinion, is GECKO. Gets all your combos started. Just a huge body on the board, really hard to deal with. So that's the main Thriller Bark engine. Afterwards, get this out of the way. So after that's the Navy side of it. So I opted to play 2 brand new. When I was playing 4, I felt that it was too many, and I'd whiff a lot. So I didn't really want to focus on playing like a super heavy Navy package. So I cut this down to 2, and it was fine. Like, you mill it, it's in your grave. If you need it, you'll just summon it back with GECKO.
And mainly you're trying to go first, right?
Yeah, so my strategy was go first in every matchup. So I didn't really need to play this. Maybe on my 5-Dawn turn, I could summon this if I had it, but I usually didn't really opt to do that. I tried to do maybe like a Sabo play instead. So it's 2 of those was okay. I maxed out on the Borsellino. I thought this was also one of the better cards in the game. I know a lot of people are trying to like cut this to 2 or 3 or whatever it is, but I just don't see why. In the mirror match, this is like almost unbreakable. Yellow, it's good. The only match I probably didn't summon this was against Sakazuki, until I saw that they use a lot of their cards a lot of their bottom deck cards, like the Hound Blaze and the Sword. So I would play this towards like the end game, and then they couldn't really out it. I also played another 2K counter into Shigi. I thought it was just nice to have another 2K searchable. The minus comes up, every now and then, but it's also a pretty good card to add with Rebecca, which I'll show you guys afterwards. But yeah, so there's also 2 Helmeppo. I tried this at 3, I thought it was too many, so I stuck with just 2. Again, you just mill it, it's in the graveyard. Really good with GECKO. Maxed out on Suru, best 2K. Then afterwards, I also played the 2 Hina for the Navy. So I played this along with 2 of the Rebeccas. At first, I wasn't really playing this at all. I was kind of just playing, I tried Brook, I tried Kuzans. I didn't really like any of them. I felt that this combo was really strong. A lot of the time I play this with an Absalom, put 2 5K bodies on board, and it's hard for people to out. This comes up a lot where it's a blocker, it gets me 2K, helped me win some games.
So I know you mentioned you don't play the Rebecca off of the GECKO a lot. It's more just hard casting the Rebecca.
I've done both. In one of my games, I played it through the Moria, just because I needed to set up another blocker. But yeah, I think it was just, it's just a good utility card in my opinion. I think like this, Hina and Lucci, I think like this combo is probably like one of the best combos in the game. So I just didn't see why I wouldn't play it in a black deck. So along with like this card as well, Sabo, I think this is also one of the better cards too. I played this a lot. Every time I played this, I felt that I was really ahead in the game. Because I went first, right? So on my 5-Dawn turn, I'd always try to play Sabo, especially into things like yellow, so they can't Gadatsu me, or if I wanted, to protect my board somehow, I would just play the Sabo. I felt it was really strong, and I would just use it to swing. So yeah, like I think in the finals, I played this. He played Gadatsu and didn't get any value out of it and just passed. So having this guy was like, I think the reason why I won a lot of my games. Another kind of little change, I guess, was I only played 3 Ice Age. I felt that having 4 was a bit too many when I had the Hina in my deck. You know, because I had the Ice Ages, the Hinas, the Greater Eruptions. Like, I just didn't really want to play more non-counters in my deck. So that's why I opted for the 3. I get why people play 4, and you know, I still would consider it, but I just like the way kind of my deck worked without having all these reducing you know, cards. So that's pretty much it for the deck.
I know you played 6 mirror matches. Clearly you were doing something right in the mirror match. Do you find any the Rebecca's Hinas were better, worse?
Yeah, I guess, like, you know, I would say these cards are good, but I don't think they're, you know, detrimental. I think I won a lot of my games just through just basic engine with the Thriller, as well as just kind of I don't know, just basic fundamentals of the game. I think that's how I kind of won most of them. Having the Rebecca came up, you know, I played it, grabbed back a 2K, and I was able to counter out of a swing. So I think it's just playing these cards the right time kind of worked out for me. Especially like jamming the War Souls early. It's really hard to break in the mirror match unless you know, use it to block early, and then you kind of just swing heavy into it. So I thought this was really strong in the mirror. Playing GECKO obviously is really strong, and then being able to out your opponent's GECKO, you know, that always worked out. So I'd always hold an Ice Age and a GECKO pretty early, and then always try to grab one through Hogback if I didn't have it in my hand. So you always try to like set up towards your 8 or 9 dawn turn, and then play from there. I think that's kind of like when the beer match really starts. And then up till then, it's just kind of building up your grave, maybe establishing like a Borso early so they can't game you, I guess.
What do you think is the hardest matchup?
Obviously yellow is hard just because you never know like what's really gonna happen in terms of like the triggers. So it's sometimes it could be hard to play around. Mirror match, I felt I was pretty comfortable. I played against some really good Sokka players as well, who gave me a little bit of a hard time. So yeah, I think just overall this deck is just strong and, you know, fair in a way. You know, having a 5-life leader really helps. Just having good value cards always really is just, you know, strong into a lot of the matchups. So I just felt like I was like safe a lot of the time. I played, you know, quite a bit of 2Ks, so I was able to counter out when I needed to.
Nice. Any last words here?
No last words, just a few shout outs, I guess. Obviously, shout out to you, Cardape. You know, we tested a lot together. You kind of put me on this deck. I was on Sokka for a long time, so I'm glad I watched you play this, and I'm glad I made the switch. Shout out to all my friends in the Discord. We test a lot. Shout out to my friends at Game Nation, and shout out to my friend Richard Yam, who also tests with me a lot, and we always bounce ideas off of. And thank you to Kansan for hosting us for the deck profile today.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Josh, and congratulations again.
Thanks.